Oh my gosh, I've created a monster. You know, my daughter has signed up for a polar plunge. Unbelievable. There's no way in the world. There's just no way in the world I'm going to do a polar plunge. But I may be there with a towel to help her keep warm afterwards. Anyway, I think she's supposed to run a race. I don't know if it's this month, next month, and then jump into the ocean in those frigid temperatures. Man, I can't even jump into the ocean in July. You know, I have this deal with the fish, you know, because I don't like to swim in the ocean. And I joke about it. I says, you know, I have a deal. I says, they don't swim in my toilet, and I don't swim in theirs. Anyway, update. 3 months have gone by since I started going to the gym. You know, when I hurt, I felt so bad in my last round of p90x, which is, well, just to update, I've done 5 whole rounds, and then one round where I just did the strength workouts, and another round when I was just doing the strength workouts, and I whacked out my shoulder or something when I was doing pull-ups one day, like in the 60-day range or something like that. And boy, I was so depressed because I couldn't do p90x anymore. But you know what? That was in a sense a liberation for me, because it got me doing other stuff. And one of the things I decided to do was join a gym and work out for a while, try and lift weights, and just, you know, just see what happens. See what an old man, you know, I'm turning 63 soon. See what an old man can do in the gym. And you know, boy, people are really polite to old people in the gym. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they feel sorry for us. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what it is. Respect, maybe just respect. I don't know. Anyway, you know, I put a weight down on the floor, and if it's uneven and it just rolled right, you know, some guy was doing sit-ups on you know, one of these big stability balls. You know, and I went down to pick up the weight, and it wasn't there. And I looked around, and there it is. It rolled right next to this guy who's doing stability sit-ups on this ball. And I'm going like, oh man, my bad. And went over there to get it, and I said sorry, and he goes, don't worry about it. I'm going, boy, people sure are nice here. Or maybe it's just, you know, you don't want to, you know, it's the old guy, you know. Oh, anyway, well, yeah. So it's been about 12 weeks since I started going to the gym. Oh yeah, hey, Warrior Dash shirt. All right, so I've gained 12 pounds since I started working out. It's just crazy. And it's almost been a steady 1 pound a week. Every week. I don't know. You know, I'm still wearing my same size pants. Some of my running shirts are a little bit tighter. So I don't know. Maybe I'm putting on weight where I want to. I mean, I'm hoping. Going to do it for another 12 weeks through the end of March. Going to lift through the end of March. And then think maybe about in April doing something to shred, April and or May. I don't know. Right now, the workouts in the gym are taking precedent over my running. I am much more enjoying going to the gym and working out than I am running. So basically the order of preference is the workouts, which are 3 days a week, ab rippers, which are 3 days a week, and then running, which is 4 days a week. Hey, I'm liking it. You know, there are 24 hours in a day. 24 hours in a day. Surely we can all find some time to. Oh, that's a cat back there. It's a statue of a cat. Anyway, all right. Calendar really, you know, having a calendar really helps. This is last year's calendar. I'm just looking at here, filled up with workouts, whether it's running or P90X or going to the gym. The greatest thing was January 1st came, had a new calendar with an eagle. Got to fill out the very first, January 1st, ran 5 miles. Oh, it felt so great to start. It felt so great to start a new calendar. You know, Christmas I was out there running. Who else is out there running on Christmas Day? Well, let me tell you some of the people that are out there running on Christmas Day. besides me. All right, ran into my daughter running out at the park. Didn't know she'd be out there running later. She didn't tell me. One of my Tough Mudder teammates was out there running. He had a 10-miler to do on Christmas Day. When I'm leaving the park, who else is there? Two of the fastest runners in the area are out there doing a training run, getting ready to do a training run. On Christmas Day, you know, hey, don't make resolutions, have goals. Set goals. Don't say, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds this year. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just say, for the next month, I'm going to try to eat better and see if I can't lose a couple, 2-3 pounds. And you start small and you build up. Right now, I have no idea where I am going with my weight training. All I know is that what I would like to do is over the next 3 months, gain another 10 pounds. And just see what it's, and just see what's going on. I mean, I have just had this incredible, ridiculous appetite. Seems like the more I lift, the hungrier I get. Unlike running, sometimes the more I ran, the less hungry I was. Sometimes I get so freaking hungry, it is unbelievable. So I try to eat good stuff, although I don't always. I have a weakness for these Tall House cookie morsels. Hey, so I do it. I do indulge that. Anyway, that's it. Look, it's a new year. There's a lot of hate in the world. There's just too much hate in the world. Let's try this year to make this year a better year for the world. Stop the hate. Stop the hating. I can't say stop the hating and start the loving. But you know what? I wish I knew how to say this in a way that it actually was meaningful. There's just too much hate. There's just too much prejudice. Try to surround yourself with positive people. Try to bring out the positive feelings that are in your own heart, and try to suppress the things that make you a worse person than you can be. Try to make this year a year in which you're going to be a better person, physically, intellectually, spiritually, and then that will rub off on someone else, and you'll do your little part to make the world a better place. Let's all try to make the world a better place this year. Anyway, that's it. Gosh, it's just, there's a lot of suffering in this world. It's crazy. Is this really the world that God intended us to have? I don't know. That's what I want. I think that's what we should all think about. Is this really the world God wanted us to have? That's it.